Hello everyone and welcome to what is to be the semi-finale of Let's Play Bayonetta. And I've enjoyed being back at live commentary, so let's hope that it doesn't get fucked up now by the game freaking frustrating me to high hell. Like, you know, because we're witches serve hell, stuff like that. But anyway, in this episode we're going to be taking on the Lumen Sage. Excuse me. I still haven't been back to get the Broken Witch art from the other chapter, but I'll do that after this episode. I promise. So, let's go with the Lumen Sage. Wow, that's getting even worse every time I say it. Also, there's a really long cutscene, so skip to the timestamp in the bottom right corner of the screen now.
What follows those living in the light is nothing but the profound, empty darkness born from the shadow that grows longer as they approach the brilliant radiance. To truly see, your eyes must be open to both light and dark. Don't you agree, my dear child?
Little one.
You've arrived, my dear, sweet Seirēn. My, why the grim face, my dear? As a child, your smile was warmer than the sun.
So, you are the last of the Lumen Sages.
I am indeed. My name is Balder, but if you so choose, you may address me as Father. There is much you have forgotten. It has been 500 years since we last met. If your memories were still intact, this would have been a much more emotional reconciliation.
How did you get the girl?
Where shall I begin? We, the Lumen Sages, and your Umbra Witches, have long been the overseers of history, each bearing witness with their own eye. This is how our universes existence was preserved. However, for 500 years, you have been exiled from the world's affairs. You are the left eye of the eyes of the world.
Could you dispense with the riddles and just tell me what these sodding eyes actually are?
Your years of slumber have caused you to forget many things, even as we stand on the verge of the resurrection of the Creator. The resurrection of Jubileus. There is but one way to return your epic of forgotten memories and open your eye of the Overseer. Your uncorrupted eye had to be exposed to the history it could not see. Your battles, your struggles, everything you've experienced in this town has been a stepping stone for your enlightenment. It has all been done for the left eye.
I've had enough of your philosophical pretensions. I won't ask again. Where did you get the girl?
Your question has been answered. All this has been done to awaken the left eye. For that, you had to see yourself once more.
You are truly beyond salvation, Sage.
Ah, salvation. Such a curious word. I mark the path to salvation with light. However, no matter how brilliant that light grows, the darkness within the human heart grows even darker. Light, dark, and chaos between. 3 realities, once split, shall be brought together to create a new universe in the image of the old. To these ends, leading to the Festival of Resurrection 500 years ago, I fanned the flames of terror, spurring on the witch hunts. However, despite the people's belief in the return of Jubileus, the creator, the left eye was out of reach. Since then, I have devoted myself to this town's prosperity, and now it is time for my preparations to bear fruit. Jubileus will be resurrected. We will become the eyes of the world, and a new universe will take hold.
Mummy! I could never call the man behind this nightmare father.
Great speech, big guy.
Luca.
Getting a bit ahead of ourselves, aren't we, Mr. Big Shot Ithaval Executive? Salvation, light. You take this entrepreneurial philosophy a bit seriously, don't you? But it's all diarrhea of the mouth, if you ask me. History is littered with famous genocidal figures, just like you. Or, should I say, infamous genocidal figures.
You must be Luca, journalist extraordinaire. I must say, I'm truly impressed you've made it this far, child. Like father, like son, I suppose.
What?
Luca. Your father had problems with my philosophies. It's fine to investigate, but when malicious rumors start to spread, I must see to it that they come to a stop. For being kind enough to ascertain that my long-lost Razer was at the bottom of some lake, I granted him his final wish and accepted his permanent resignation.
You bastard!
You are of no use to me. However, I am not without dignity. I will allow you to die in the same way as your father. Well, I guess my plan has gone right out the window. Such a shame that sacrifice had to be made. But if destiny is not fulfilled soon, this tragedy will be repeated ad nauseam. Speaking of tragedy, I suppose you've met Jean. While she sealed you away and kept you from trouble, after falling into our hands, she's been incredibly useful. Although her distinct lack of obedience required a bit of mental reprogramming. Her tragic end led you directly to me, just as planned. The time for awakening the left eye is soon. Fear not, my dear, sweet Seirēn. Do not fear your fate. Stand tall, my child. Realize your true potential. Seirēn, we are one, my child.
I was wondering when that cutscene was going to end. Jesus. Anyway, I'm going to equip the Moon of Mahakala, and I am going to put the Kilgore on both the hands and the feet instead B. Scarborough does a good job, and dodging to get witch time is very rare with this guy. Just like that. Alright. Let's do this. I'm kind of hoping that I get some perfect parries here. That 3-thing combo, the 3-slash combo I believe, is the best way to get witch time from him. On the 3rd slash, you'll be able to get witch time on him. Even if you miss the other ones, you will still get witch time on the 3rd one if you dodge it. Anyway, this fight is very reminiscent of the Records of Time. We're on a falling piece of debris and from what seems to be infinitely tall. And that climax has failed. And I knocked the freaking mic. Jeez. I'm using the Gaze of Despair mainly because it's just something I want to do. Not quite. Not quite. Do your last one. And 4-punch 1-kick combo with the same thing. It actually still does a good amount of damage. It gives you quite a lot of combo points. Even if you don't use actual glitch. Okay, you're gonna... Yep, he's gonna do it. In this phase of the battle, he's gonna throw a building at us. There it is. And you can feel the QTE that comes afterwards. Which I didn't. And now... let's kick it away. Or headbutt it. And he takes a decent amount of damage if you headbutt it back successfully. If you don't, however, you're going to take some damage. I don't think there's any instant kill QTs that actually are in this. Oh, this is another one. He's actually going to use a satellite to send a laser down. And which we can actually get onto another piece of falling debris. Alright. And now it's time for the second climax of this battle. Scolopendra is a-comin'. I used to pronounce it as Skullpendra, but it's Scolopendra. The only thing that pisses me off about this chapter in particular is the length of the cutscene. Button mashing, of course. Best thing. Oh, almost 400. Well, that was a smooth move, Mr. Boulder. Alright. And now, I'm going to use a bracelet of time here. Are you going to go any further down? Thank you. So I can repeatedly use a 4-kick 1-punch combo on him. Or the bullet climax. Get my combo multiplier all the way back up to 9.9. Alright, there's another attack that he can do. I'm just waiting for him to do it. I want to show off that attack. Okay. Well, it doesn't look like he's showing it off. Because guess what? Actually, I might just wait for it. Come on, are you going to do it? Whoops. Come on. Come on, I'm waiting for you to fucking do the attack. Are you gonna do it? I guess not. Oh, he is. Now he's going to use that same satellite, but this time it's going to crash down. Now we can do the same thing as we did with Jean, but in this case it's a giant satellite. Reminds me of The Legend of Zelda with Dead Man's Volley. If you've ever played Ocarina of Time, then that's good. But he's already technically dead. But now, we've only got one more shot at a climax. Let's go.
Don't fuck with a witch.
That is it. Boulder, you're about to meet your doom. Alright, I'm gonna wait until that window pops up. And there we go. If you hit that last window, you will not be able to get this thing.
Hey, Jubileus, the Creator, grace you!
I've got to give you credit, Bayonetta. You never cease to impress.
You haven't seen the half of it.
I've seen enough. Well, that about wraps it up, huh?
Not yet. No need to be afraid, little one. The nightmare is over. Everything was just a dream. You're a strong little girl. There is nothing you cannot overcome.
Mommy, did you find it? What you were looking for?
Yes, I found it. So don't you worry anymore. You just keep your treasure safe too. Sweet dreams, little one. Fly me to the moon and let me play among the stars. Let me see what spring is like on Jupiter and Mars. In other words, hold my hand. In other words. Never lose it. Understand, little one? You must keep it safe, close to your heart. I'm not afraid anymore, Mummy. No matter what. There's nothing I cannot do.
Bayonetta! What's happening to you?
And now it is done. The right eye oversees the light. The left eye oversees the darkness. 2 eyes to oversee the world. It was never the woman known as Bayonetta that I set my sights upon. It was you as a child, Seirēn, that I saw. For she was the one who saw the world through innocent eyes, and she was the one who could give rise to a new history. It was her energy that could awaken the left eye. This has all worked out splendid. Let us begin, Seirēn. The time is at hand. Now, the resurrection of Jubileus shall be completed. We are the eyes, overseeing the world. We are the eyes, overseeing a new era, a new reality, to which we will devote ourselves eternally.